Have you ever been at an event that was supposed to be perfect, and then something goes wrong? Maybe the music cuts out, the power goes off. The food runs out, something that feels small, but in the moment feels huge. Well, the very first miracle Jesus ever performed didn't happen in a temple. It didn't happen on a mountain. It didn't happen in a dramatic spotlight. It happened at a wedding, in a small town, in the middle of a celebration. And it all started with something simple. They ran out of wine. The story takes us to Cana, a quiet village tucked into the hills of Galilee. Imagine narrow streets lined with stone homes, soft music drifting through the air, laughter echoing from a courtyard where a wedding feast is in full swing. In those days, weddings didn't last a few hours. They lasted several days. It was the highlight of a family's life. A moment of honor, joy, community, and celebration. Jesus was there. His mother, Mary, was there. His disciples were there. It was just everyday life, people eating, talking, dancing, celebrating. Nobody had any idea that before the day was over, something extraordinary was going to happen. Somewhere between the laughter and the music, there was a problem that threatened to bring the whole party to a stop. The wine had run out. Now to us today, that might sound like a minor inconvenience. But for a Jewish family at that time, it was far more than that. It was embarrassing, humiliating even. It could damage the family's reputation for years. Mary notices. She sees the worry in the servant's eyes, the whispers starting around the room. She quietly walks over to Jesus and simply says, "They have no more wine." That's it. No long speech, no dramatic request. Just a mother who knows who her son is and believes he can help in a way no one else can. Jesus replies gently, "My hour has not yet come." He's not being dismissive. He's simply saying, once I start this, everything changes. This miracle would be the first step toward his public ministry, the first spark of a journey that would lead all the way to the cross. Mary doesn't argue. She doesn't plead. She turns to the servants and says one of the most powerful lines in the whole story. Do whatever he tells you. It's trust. It's faith. It's surrender. And it sets everything into motion. Nearby were 6 large stone water jars, each big enough to hold 20 to 30 gallons. They were used for ceremonial washing, a reminder of the law, of tradition, of old ways. Jesus looks at the servants and says, "Fill the jars with water." No one questions him, they don't debate or doubt. They just go back and forth, bucket after bucket, until the jars are filled all the way to the brim. Then Jesus gives the next instruction. Now draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet. Again, no hesitation. Just simple obedience. What they didn't know, what they couldn't have even imagined, was that somewhere between the water being scooped up and being poured into a cup, the water had become wine. Not just any wine, the best wine, better than anything served so far. The master of the banquet tastes it. He pauses. He looks confused. And then he calls the groom over. You know, most people bring out the best wine first, and after everyone has had plenty, then they bring out the cheap stuff. But you saved the best for last. He has no idea where the wine came from. He doesn't know about the jars. He doesn't know about the servants. He doesn't know Jesus was involved at all, but the servants know. Mary knows. The disciples know. And in that moment, quietly, without applause or spotlight, they see something new in Jesus. Something divine. Something powerful. Something unmistakable. John 2:11 says, "This was the first of his signs. He revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him." A miracle that didn't draw attention to itself, but drew hearts to him. This miracle wasn't just about saving a wedding. It was about showing what Jesus came to do. Taking the ordinary and making it extraordinary. Filling what was empty with something overflowing. Turning the old into something new. Bringing joy where there was about to be shame. Revealing that God is not distant from everyday life. He steps right into it. Jesus didn't choose a temple as the place for his first miracle. He chose a wedding, a real-life moment surrounded by real people and real emotions. And in doing so, he showed us, God cares about the details. God cares about your joy. God shows up in places you don't expect. And sometimes his miracles begin with simple obedience. Maybe you're listening today and you feel like those empty jars. Drained, worn out, used up, like you've got nothing left to pour. This story reminds us Jesus can fill what feels empty. He can transform what feels ordinary. He can renew what feels lost. He can bring joy back into places that feel dry. Sometimes the miracle isn't loud. It isn't dramatic. It doesn't come wrapped in thunder or lightning. Sometimes it begins with a simple whisper. Do whatever he tells you. The wedding at Cana wasn't just about wine. It was about revealing the heart of Jesus, a heart willing to step into our celebrations, our struggles, our everyday moments, and bring something new, something better, something overflowing. If this story encouraged you today, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that God still works in quiet, beautiful ways. Thanks for watching.